Alright, in today's video, I'll be finally selling a shoe that I bought to flip, and I bought this shoe like months ago. I'll be talking all about selling shoes on eBay, buying shoes on eBay, and flipping shoes in 2026. But first, I gotta drop off my package, so let's get into it. I just need to ship this off.
Okay.
I have the shipping label.
There we go.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
I got it shipped off. FedEx right there. Now I'm gonna go back to the house, continue talking in the video about eBay and all that stuff. So I'll see you when I'm back at the house. First, let's start out with selling on eBay. Everything you need to know will be in this video. Alright, so I just sold my Almamanier Dark Mocha Jordan 4s right here. Just shipped them off, $250. The buyer paid $270, or almost $270. It was $269. I was paid almost $230, $229, because the transaction fees were about $20, sales tax it's $4, but that doesn't really affect me. Shipping was about $14, almost $15. So you just saw how much I sold the Almamanier Dark Mocha Jordan 4s for. Next, I'm going to go over the other shoes that I sold. Okay, so the last shoe that I sold was a Adidas Ultra Boost, I think it's called, the tennis shoe. It was used. I sold it for like $80, I think. And then I sold the Almamanier Jordan 3s, which go for like $150 new, way below retail. They're super nice quality. I have no idea why all these Almamaniers honestly go for like these amounts, because they're way nicer than what they cost. And then I sold the undefeated Air Force Ones for like 25 bucks because they were pretty beat up. All of these shoes were used except for the ones that I just sold. All shoes over $75 are authentic. I sold these shoes for $25 and I got $9 after eBay took all their fees and all their money for shipping. So I actually had an order, when was this? 2 months ago. In March, somebody ordered it, and I was really mad because they canceled their order. They said, "Oh, I paid for it, but like I don't want it anymore." So I had to not ship it and cancel the order. And because they did that, now well, from there I had to restart the whole listing, so relist it. All of the people that had seen it, all the viewers, all the watchers were reset. So they had to they couldn't find it anymore, and when they had like put a heart on it, they wouldn't see that anymore. All right, so today I made $230 from this sell. This is a brand new Almamanier Jordan 4 Dark Mocha, and I got it from Almamanier probably like a year ago, roughly. It was like last summer. Almamanier website. It was also sold on Sneakers app, but I didn't get it from there. And so I did pay shipping, which is a little bit more. Sneakers app doesn't charge shipping, which is really nice. And shipping is expensive from eBay because let's see where they live. They live in New Jersey. Okay, New Jersey is all the way over here. Texas is down here. Okay, I'm shipping from Texas. They paid $270. It was listed for $250. They bought it for $250. I got $230, so they took off roughly $20. And then I bought the shoe all in from Almamanier for about $260, and so I took about a $30 loss, but that's pretty good, honestly. $30. I mean, I didn't want to take a loss. I thought I was gonna make profits on this, but $30 loss is a lot better than a $60 loss, because I went to a sneaker event a few months ago, and they said, "Oh, the best that we could do for this is like $200." And to be fair, the value of this shoe was a lot less at that time, but still, I knew it was worth more. It's a really nice shoe, and I just waited for a few months for that price to go up, and then it sold. Because this is around market value. Honestly, I sold it for a little bit higher than market value, but I don't know, it's whatever the buyer wants. Alright, before we go on to the next part, make sure to subscribe because I need to grow this channel. I need to get monetized so I can make better videos, do more reviews, and more stuff, great videos, okay? So like I said, eBay does take fees. It's hard to calculate, but I'll put a eBay fee calculator in the description down below, and so you can use it. It's a little bit off, usually about like a few dollars off, but you'll get a pretty accurate number. This is pretty important, especially if you're actually trying to make a lot of money on this. So if you have a lot of shoes and you're selling them, you're looking to maybe pay your rent or something. Pay your rent or something. I don't know what you're doing with this, but once you sell it, so I shipped my package today, I'm only going to get that money after it goes to the authentication warehouse and leaves after it's found authenticated. So I don't get it right now, even though they paid already. They paid like a day ago or 2 days ago. You have a lot of options for shipping. So if the customer, the buyer, the client, they want their shoes in 2 days, they want it in fast time, okay? You can make them pay for expensive shipping, or you could pay for it. I don't recommend that, and most people make the customer pay for it, the client. So you could give them a cheaper shipping option that will take more time, or you can give them a more expensive one, priority shipping. It will take less time, okay? Make sure you know about these shipping options because I've had a lot of people message me saying, how long is it going to take to get to my house? And you don't know. It's like the fastest one is like 1 to 4 days, and it's pretty expensive. Anyway, shipping is usually $14 to $16, so if the buyer asks about that, that's usually what it is for me, especially if you're in Texas, that's what it is. And then also, if you just want to cut out shipping, this is rare, but if you can find somebody in your area and you can meet up in person, that's a great way to cut out that shipping. And even if you want to just do cash, so eBay doesn't take any fees, boom, now you're getting a lot more money, probably like $20 to $30 more depending on what the shoe costs, but eBay's not going to take any fees if you do it in person, right? All right, so when you're selling pairs, you need to look at, search it, so brick after brick Jordan 4s, if that's what you're selling. For example, that's what I have right now. That's the shoe that's listed for me. You need to look at it, search it, size 12, that's what I have, or whatever you have, and then you need to go filter and say authenticated. If yours is real, you should be selling real shoes, because yeah, you should be selling real shoes. So authenticated, and then you want to go sold and completed, okay? You don't want to see listings, you want to see ones that are actually sold. Trust me, it matters, because the range could be literally $0 to $100 million. $100 million. If you're looking at listings, I could list it at anything. When you are listing your shoes, you need to take good pictures, okay? I have a camera I'm recording with right now. You can see how good the quality is of this video right now, okay? You can see how good it is. Look at how clear my face is right now, okay? Your phone should be good enough, okay? Use a blank background, like I have a little shelf thing. It's flat, it's clean, and then curtains behind it. All my listings are like that. They're all consistent. They know these are all my pictures because they're consistent. They know it's not a complicated picture. It's just curtains and a black table thing, right? When you're taking pictures, take good quality pictures, the best quality that you can take. You don't need a professional camera, but if you do have one, definitely use it and edit the pictures to look accurate. Probably not on your carpet, okay? Because a lot of the listings are like that and it just doesn't look very good. As you're selling, if you look at these sold listings, the shoes that are selling for a lot of money, you're gonna see 1,000 reviews, thousands of reviews, hundreds of reviews, or a lot of reviews, okay? People trust these stores. They have a lot of inventory, they have a lot of reviews, and people probably have bought from them before, honestly. You need to get reviews. I have only about 4 reviews on my profile, but that's because I only sold about 4. And since I got those 4 reviews, and since I got more reviews, I see a trend These shoes are selling easier. Everything I list sells easier. People trust me just a little bit more, okay? I'm trying to get more reviews, but you have to sell things to get reviews because you can only get one review per listing, I'm pretty sure. But on to the next thing. Okay, this is really important. Look, so how you're selling these shoes, the price that you list it for needs to be based on how fast you want to sell it, okay? Say I have $150 shoes, okay? Brand new. You want to sell them fast? $100. Easy, that's easy. If you're interested in flipping shoes, I haven't done this personally, but I know a lot of people have made a lot of money by shoes, especially used, and especially if they're dirty, okay? They're going to be listed for pretty cheap. They're not going to sell well, but if you buy them and they're in decent condition, you buy them, they ship to you, okay? You clean them up, and then you list them for way, like, more than they're listed for originally, okay? If you can sell them in person, boom, that's even better. If you could buy them in person, boom, that's really good, okay? You can flip these shoes, okay? You buy them dirty, you sell them clean, okay? They look better, you take better pictures, boom. That's some money. Just be careful. In 2026, it is hard to flip shoes. If you are selling your shoes, you need to clean your shoes. If they're used, you need to clean them. If the bottom of it is dirty, it needs to be clean. It's gonna look like it's more new than it is. You wore it for a year, it's gonna look like you wore it for a month. Everything is gonna be clean. There's gonna be creases, yeah, but they're gonna be clean creases. The inside is all gonna be clean. It's gonna smell better when they get it. You're gonna get a better review. Clean your shoes. You should already be doing this. This is the buying portion of the video. Okay. These are important things to know if you're buying shoes from eBay. Alright, before we go on to the next part, make sure to subscribe because I need to grow this channel. I need to get monetized so I can make better videos, do more reviews, and more stuff, great videos, okay? You can trust eBay. They're going to authenticate your shoes if they're more expensive than $75. And I'm talking about listing, not after shipping, not after any of that sales tax, okay? It's going to take a little bit longer for you to get it, but it's not going to be fake. And the eBay authenticators are pretty good. They're actually famous for this. One certain person I'll put on screen is pretty famous for that. They work for eBay. They authenticate sneakers. Only buy authenticated because it's not actually that hard for buyers to get their shoes authenticated. Only $75 and over. Most people's shoes do cost more than $75. I'm not saying it's bad if you got a deal, but I wouldn't buy not authentic because if it's not authentic, it's probably fake. Alright, so when you're buying from somebody, look at the reviews. Most people have 100% good reviews. Like my eBay store, dlc.shop. I'll put it in the description if you're interested in buying any shoes like the Brick After Brick Jordan 4s. Look at the reviews. Mine are all positive. Most people's are. Most people are not going to go back and do reviews even. I ask everyone that buys from me to leave reviews. I only have 4 reviews, okay? All of them are positive. It's hard to get negative reviews. eBay is really good about this, and I know eBay mostly from a seller perspective, but when I do anything with my listings, when I ship it, when the buyer does anything, when I get offers, I get updated immediately, not a minute after, seconds after, okay? You get emailed all the time. You get emailed, the buyer has shipped it, it's authenticated, it's shipping to you. It was delivered. Everything, you know everything about your purchase. On to the next thing. If you're buying shoes from eBay, the box will probably be fine. But if there's a little bit of damage on the box, maybe leave a 4-star review instead of a 5-star review. That kind of is the buyer's fault, most likely. Unless, I don't know, FedEx didn't take care of your package. But it's not a big deal if it's a little bit messed up. The box is not the most important part. You didn't buy the box, you bought the shoes, right? As a seller on eBay, it matters a lot to me whether you leave reviews. So if you're buying from eBay, please leave reviews, okay? Whether they're bad or good, especially bad reviews, people need to know. People need to know that they can trust them. Leave good reviews, okay? Anytime you buy something from eBay, you probably don't buy too much. You probably buy from Amazon most of the time. I'm looking at you. But leave good reviews, leave bad reviews, depending on how your experience was. When you're looking at used shoes on eBay, look at how used they are. Don't buy super used shoes and expect them to be good. Cleaning them is not going to take out creases. If you want to know the market price, look on StockX.com. Do not buy from StockX. I repeat, do not buy from StockX. They have fakes on there. Even though they say that they're real, they are not always real. And I used to buy from them, and I don't anymore because I don't trust StockX. But for market value, they're great. Everyone at SneakerCon, everyone at sneaker events, every seller, they look at StockX and GOAT, but mainly StockX. They show the value of all the sneakers that you can imagine, even the rarest ones. They show market value, not listings, market value, okay? That's important, and it changes every single day. If you're looking at used shoes on eBay, you can get great deals. And don't settle for the listing price. Offer on shoes, okay? You can get a better price. It's listed for 100. Maybe you can get it for 80. I covered this in the first section of the video, but in case you skip to this part, the best way to flip shoes is to buy used. Buy dirty used shoes. You clean them, you take better pictures, you sell them for more. People will buy them if they're market price, okay? That's the best way to flip. Keep in mind, in 2026, it is hard to flip. And I haven't flipped used shoes. I've only flipped new shoes. And so far, it's pretty rough. People are not buying shoes for too much. That's the end of the video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like, and I will be dropping lots of videos this summer. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, trying to get monetized, okay? I'm trying to make better videos for you guys. And make sure to like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. That's all.